Welcome back, everyone, to Every Kind of I Do, where I take you through love stories, I take you through weirdo couples, I take you through anything that I got to photograph here with my clients and all the inspiration that I have been walking through in the last years. It's a lovely thing to share with you all. And it gets me excited to look at these images all over again because I know where I was in these weddings and I know what I was inspired by. And it's not just the people, sometimes it's the details and it's the I mean, this one's going to be called These Chapel Windows Are Awesome because sometimes you pick a venue specifically because of the architectural statement. Okay? So we're kind of like talking a little bit about that, but I'm also going to take you in with this couple, this lovely couple, and kind of like talk about the inspiration for some of these images too. But hey, welcome to the journey, my friends. Let's get going. So we're going to talk about these chapel windows. So first, but I have to tell you about Margie first. So this is, an older bride, super ecstatic, knows who she is having a little fun with this, and she's wearing this beautiful, look at this dress. Look at this dress, first of all. Look at this. Look at this little collar line here, the little addition, the little sweetheart here. She's got the sparkly detail, but this is so cute because it's like a something blue. You know how there's something borrowed, something blue. She wanted to have that, and it is a beautiful vintage purse, right? It is gorgeous. Now, what could you put in a tiny purse like this? I actually don't remember what was in here. It might have just been lipstick. It might have been something to just touch up the makeup a little bit. I don't know. Sometimes they can be just big enough for like a phone, and you could just put a phone in there and just kind of carry this as your little thing. But let's just see. Look at her. Look at her hair. Look at her details. Look at her earrings. Just lovely. I love her smile, and I loved everything about this wedding day. It was so cool. So I included this photo in particular because I wanted you to see the scope of this venue in particular. Now, this is a big old Baptist church in Houston. And not everybody has the same faith, right? Like you can't go necessarily into every church regardless of your faith and do a wedding there. However, if your chosen faith has a venue or a church or a place where you worship that lends itself to amazing architecture for either members or non-members, then I would highly consider that. Highly consider something like this where you can express your faith, but you can also express what you want aesthetically. So I think it's lovely that they chose this space specifically for their wedding because we knew the ceremony was going to be fairly fast, being that it was very low key, they had a lot of people come, but it was like the best thing ever. So they could do their ceremony, get ready on site, and then they had this lovely restaurant celebration later. And in this theme, there is a running theme of like this blue tone. So regardless of if her little purse was blue or not, there was a blue tone happening. You can see her daughter back here has got a blue dress on. You can see the little pocket square. But what I'm showing you in this particular image is they chose this space for these windows. And I'm actually wearing what I would consider, this is me mimicking the stained glass windows. And when the lighting comes through at the right time or the right space and it hits those windows, it's just amazing. I love everything about it. And when we had our consultation and talked about the wedding, she did talk about the windows and how that I would enjoy them as a photographer. And so when you're thinking about your venue, wherever it could be, whether it has windows or not like this, think about from a photography aspect, what would you want your backdrop to be, right? So I love that they thought about that. And so in turn, it made me excited to photograph it. So, and the reason why I chose this one is because they're happily walking down the aisle and you can kind of see the windows behind them. So now this is where we would call the money piece, right? Like the archways, the length of the windows. You can now see the scope of how big these windows were. And again, this is like sort of I don't even know if it's like considered downtown Houston, but it was definitely, I drove there. It was great. And I know that everybody's got their own ways of interpreting things. So it's like this could be a fit for you, this could not be a fit for you. For them, it was perfect. They chose it, they wanted it, they were excited about it, and it just meant something to them. The venue itself lent itself to inspiration, which I just love about this. And even you can see the pipe organs on the side, right? The this beautiful metal pipe organs on each side. I imagine that the sound of it was pretty cool. We didn't get to hear the pipe organs that I remember, but really, having this few minutes with these windows was just a dream, especially for a photographer who does enjoy architecture. So I just kind of also wanted to show you them kind of leaving because we're talking about outfits, but we're also look at these doors. Like these doors, this is obviously they're just coming out of the building. There's the windows there, and these doors just that like I mean, look at this blue stripes. This kind of goes right with their outfits. And I just wanted something kind of relaxed and them kind of like casually coming out. But you get a better look at her shoes. Like she knows how to dress for her feet. She wants the short and sweet shoes. He's got the black shoes. Now, did you notice that they're both wearing white? I want to bring that to your attention too. Like, what if you want to both wear black? What if you want to both wear white? For this wedding, it completely works. Look at this. He's got this beautiful two-tone blue thing happening. Little pocket square. Can barely see it. She's got all of her like her blue detail. Ugh, I can't talk. Blue details on her flowers here. And I don't know. I just love their joy. I love their joy, but I also love the fact that there's stripes here on the wall. Now, the only thing, I can't do anything about this, but the only thing I would probably do slightly differently on this photo is try to crop out these handrails. But they are about to walk down a set of stairs. So, even if I did crop it in, I still feel like I would miss out on this nice long wall area with the stripes. So I just left it as is, and I choose to focus on how happy they are and how lovely it looks. And so when you're thinking about your wedding day and you're thinking about the buildings, you're thinking about the indoors, the outdoors, you're thinking about even your color scheme or how traditional or non-traditional you want to be, think about some of these things from this episode. And I look forward to hearing from you on the next episode. So let me know in the comments what stood out to you on this. I know it's fast and furious, we're doing it really quickly, but those windows were crazy cool, right? So I will see you on the next episode. This is Jen with Weirdo Weddings, and I'm out of here. Bye.